Hello YouTube, I'm going to be doing a video series showing you how to use command blocks to their full potential. I've been using command blocks for about a year now, and I'm still learning new things all the time. In this mini-series, I'll be showing you each and every single player command in alphabetical order. I decided to start this series with an introduction to the basic command parts. To start with, I'm going to answer a question many of you may have. Do I need the slash in front of commands? Well, in the chat, you do. Because if you didn't, it'd just be chat. So if you go into the command block, you see I've put the slash here. And it gave me stone. And if I take the slash out, it still gave me stone. Because in a command block, it already knows it's going to be a command, so you don't have to put a slash at the beginning. I prefer to, in case I'm going to copy and paste this and use it in the chat at some time. But that's totally up to you. The slash isn't needed, but you can put it. Next, I'll be showing you about the X, Y, and Z coordinate system for commands. In commands, such as the slash setBlock command, you'll need an X, Y, and a Z coordinate. This information can be found by pressing F3 and looking on the left on the second chunk. At the top, it'll show you your X, Y, and Z coordinate, and then if you're looking at a block, at the bottom of the second chunk at the left, it'll show you which block you're looking at and the coordinates for it. Next, I'll be showing you the Tilton notation, which is also used for coordinates. Instead of being the exact coordinate, it's a relative location to the command block, or wherever you're standing when you type the command. So in here, you have tildes, which this is the X coordinate, this is the Y coordinate, and this is the Z coordinate. So all of this would mean one relative spot above the command block. So if I press this button, it'll place stone right above it. So if I change this to a 2, it'll place the stone 2 blocks above it. If I change the X coordinate by 1, it'll place it slightly to the right. When you're performing commands to a player, you'll need to select which player to use. So you can either use their player name, like this, or you can use @p, which is the nearest player. So if I do @p, it'll give the nearest player glass. If I use &a, it'll give all players in the loaded area glass. If I do &r, it'll give a random player glass. If I use &e, it will give all entities that I've selected glass. Which this does not work for animals. Unfortunately, you can't give an animal glass easily without using NBT tags, which will be explained later in the video. Now I'm going to show you something that's a little more difficult. It's the tile name. This is the tile name. So in this command, I'm doing /setBlock, and then the coordinates, which is relatively 1 higher than the command block, and then stone. So the tile name is stone. You can also change that to things like grass, or even glass. There are many lists on the internet of what you can change the tile name to, which is different from item. The tile name is like a block, and then the item is something that you can hold in your inventory. So you couldn't place an enchanted book, because that's an item. But you could place granite, or any of these. The item part of the /give command is very similar to the tile name, but sometimes different. Since you can't give yourself, like flowing lava for example, that would be a tile name. But I can give myself grass, which also works as a setBlock name for a tile. Next, I'll show you the data value argument. It goes right after the tile name, but you don't have to have one. If you have nothing there, it defaults to 0. So for a log, if you put 1, 2, or 3, it'll do one of the next 3 items after it, which is 1, 2, or 3. And then if you put a 4, it'll have it turned facing one of those directions. So if you do 5, 6, or 7, so let's do a 5. It'll do it turned in that same direction, but right after it. If you do an 8, it'll show the log turned in the other direction. And also if you do 9, 10, or 11, it'll show the next 3 logs after that pointed in that direction. So if you did a 12, it would do it facing no direction. The whole log would be just that. It'd be covered in all of those textures. So if you did 13, 14, and 15, it'll show all the different logs with all faces. So the data value ranges from 0 to 15 on most blocks. So if you did wool, with 0, it would just do the normal white wool. But if you did, say, 7, it'll show the one 7 after it. And if you did 15, it'll show the one 15 after it, which is the black wool. Here, I'll show you the old block handling in /set block. So here, I've got the regular planks, just the regular oak planks, and then replace. The replace tag will just replace whatever block is there. So, let's say I put polished granite there. It'll replace whatever block is here with the selected tile name. If I put this to destroy, it will show the particles for destroying the block that's already there and place the block that you put in the tile name. And then keep. If the block that's already there is air, it'll replace it with whatever block you put in the tile name. But if there's already a block there, it won't place it. So it's kind of like testing to see if there is a block there. NBT tags. These are very important for several commands actually. You can use it in the /set block command, like here. You can use it in chest items, actually. So if I click this is just a regular chest. If I click this button, it'll put an axe of power in there, which is what I set it to using this lengthy NBT tag. So with this NBT tag on the placing sign, this will put text there in the color gold. So these are NBT tags with several other arguments inside them. So this actually is the NBT tag, text2, and it's got other parts built into it. You can also use it for /summon and other things. So here's a cool little thing that I made. Looks like the sign is turning, but actually it's just using the set block command with the data value. So that makes the sign turn. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a comment below if I left anything out of this video and you think it should be added. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this helped you with a few of the basic ideas of command blocks. And make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.